Hello. Uh, I thought I'd make a quick vlog. Today, today was a little bit of a tough day. I, uh, I felt like the pressure was really on, and last night was the full moon. So I think it was last night. I don't know. It's been full. This is the third day it's been kind of full. So, and I don't know if it stays looking full for a few days or not. I don't know because I don't pay attention to those kinds of things. I but I but I've noticed that the moons lately have been going on for a few days. I don't know if that's always the case or not. So, uh, I don't I I don't get information. I really don't. People don't tell me anything, and like everything that I figured out, I figured out on my own, except for the witchcraft. I didn't figure out that people were involved with the devil and doing witchcraft because I kind of half believed it, kind of not believed it, kind of believed it, but I believe it now because of the spiritual world, because God exists, because Jesus is in my life. And, uh, I just, there's so many reasons why, uh, why I want to leave Cleveland. I do. I want to leave Cleveland. I love the city. I've tried and tried to fit in this city, but I'm always an outcast wherever I go. Wherever I go, it's been the story of my life. I've always been the outcast. So now, yeah, when I worked in East Cleveland, the teachers were very kind to me. Very, very kind. I really did like them, so I guess I wasn't an outcast there. And the students were so nice. So very nice. And the parents, they were so nice. So, and I was new, and that's part of the time when I had no clue how to teach. And I really wasn't reaching the students. But they were very, very nice to me there. So I appreciate my time in East Cleveland. I really do. I really do. And I mean that sincerely. I mean that sincerely. I don't remember. I think her name was Miss Chandler, or I don't remember her name. I don't remember any of their names. I don't. I really don't. But, they were so kind. So kind. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. So, that was like one of the only places I wasn't an outcast, and, you know, but, I, uh, I'm not going to talk about Cleveland anymore. Right now, at least. I will say more things later. But what I wanted to talk about in this vlog, or speak about, I don't know which is right, which is correct, speak or talk. I guess I could say speak. What I wanted to speak about or talk about in this vlog is how important it is to change the way schools are run. And I know that, I get the feeling that many people are trying to claim this as their own. that's trying to claim the plans, the ideas, everything as their own. Okay? So, and I can't say anything about it except that I think I had witnesses who were there when I wrote it, and so and Shaker knew my every move. They knew my every move. They knew everything I was doing. So, I don't know. It reminds me, before I get into the importance of education, I'll just say something that I remembered from a TV show. And I don't want to give the TV show credit because I don't believe in TV anymore. But the TV show was about geniuses, and they had a friend who wasn't a genius, and one became suspicious. One of the geniuses became suspicious and said, "Oh, she's just here, lying in wait until we discover something, and then she can get rich and take it for herself." So, I kind of feel, not that I'm bragging, I'm not genius, okay? Just ideas that I don't think they really believed I'd be able to come up with the plan. And the plan fits into what Reverend Martin Luther King was dreaming about. But since I did, I don't know. I get the feeling that there's questions about it, about who is the person who wrote the original idea, who came up with the plan, who came up with the idea of using the basic principles of first and second language acquisition to teach. I don't know, but I get the feeling there are questions about it, and what can I say? Of course, there would be questions about who is the person who came up with it all. And that's because, and it's probably because it's so enormous. It changes everything in the world if it becomes reality. So, I'm just going to say a few things about why it's so important. I don't know how many people are left, how many people still have to be convinced. My guess is there are still many, many people out there who have to be convinced or have to, decide for themselves, and because everyone has a right to think. Everyone has a right to think whatever they want and have their own opinions. So, I'm just saying this about education. Okay? When I worked at a school district, at the opening meeting, they told a story. And they said, a man was walking, something. I'm paraphrasing because, my memory is bad. They give me an amnesia. So, a man was walking on the beach, and there were starfish all over the beach. And he threw one of the starfish back into the ocean. And someone walking by said, "Why are you doing that? There's too many starfish here for you to save. It won't make a difference." And the man said, "It made a difference to that one." Okay, so education. it's not going to make a difference for a lot of students.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as it makes a difference for one, it's all worth it.
Mm-hmm.
See? That's why everyone, it should make a difference for everyone. It should. You know? Everyone deserves to be thrown back into the ocean if they're a starfish. Everyone does. Not just one. Not just one. And it's not the teacher's fault, and it's not administration's fault. It's right now, it is the way education is set up. It's the way, and that's how education is taught, and that's how teachers learn to teach, through this method. And we go back. I know I've mentioned it before, but we go back to the bell curve. There you go. The top of the curve is very small. And those are the few that get really, really thrown far back into the ocean. Well, they were already at the top, so they were still in the ocean. But people get thrown back into the ocean. So I'd like to take the bell curve and destroy it. I really would. I would like to eradicate the bell curve. But we'll see. We'll see, because there's so many people who like the status quo. And what could I say? What could I say? If I ever finally get to the point when I can, I will open my own schools and try and put them everywhere. This is, my schools will absolutely not be the only schools. Public schools will still be there. My schools will just be different. So that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say, because I've already spoken so much about education and the things I've seen and all of that, and why I believe that education right now education is so unfair. I've said it, and I've said it over and over again. And now I give you another example of the mindset of education. And the person who chose that story to tell has no blame whatsoever, because that's how a lot of people think when they think of education. That there are students who are stranded on the beach, struggling for air, and they can't succeed. When I wrote a paper in grad school, at the end of the paper, I said, I've worked in a lot of schools. I'm paraphrasing myself because I don't remember it in detail. I've worked in a lot of school districts, and I've met many students who were not successful. But I never met one who didn't want to be. So, and then I said, this is what I believe every teacher should ponder before they even step into the classroom. And why? Why should we have so many students who are unsuccessful? Why? Because of the bell curve, because of so many different aspects of education, because it's set up the way it is, where only a few can be the most successful. I don't know if anyone will ever get to the point where we can actually teach using the help students acquire knowledge by using the basic principles of first and second language acquisition. I don't know if we can ever get to that point, but I do know that the schools I talked about and collaborated with Jesus upon which I collaborated with Jesus would really change so many things about education and change the way students feel about education and ensure that students are successful. They need a break. Humanity needs a break. People need to feel successful. If you don't feel successful at anything, then if you're not successful at something, you're going to get frustrated with it.
Mm-hmm. True.
I can tell you I had a job. And I'm not going to say who, because this person was a stellar worker. Stellar! I mean, this person came into the place and changed it completely and ran it practically by that person's self. The problem was, and then this person hired me. This was just a part-time job. This was just a part-time job. So, this person hired me and didn't train me, just, expected me to know everything. And I didn't. And I'm thinking to myself, did I miss something? Did I miss, some online training? Did I miss something? I don't know what was going on. So the day I was going to mention it to her, she was not there. And so maybe it wasn't a mistake, but I did mention to the general managers and the regional district manager that she had just thrown me on the phones and I didn't know what I was doing and I was getting nervous to come to work. I was getting so nervous. And it was only my first week and I didn't even want to go anymore and then I'd get all frustrated and then just sit down because, but she was an excellent worker. She was an excellent worker, but she tried to do it all. And she tried to have me just jump in and not tell me how to do things. All she needed, and all she needs now, she can get back into any job she wants because she is type A to the hilt. And that's good. That's a good thing. But all she needs is a little bit of training herself on how to train other people because she's extremely patient and extremely nice. And those are qualities that work well for people who are training other people and in charge of them. So, that's it. She left the job, but, she was let go. And I don't want to embarrass her, so hopefully they'll cut that out. She left the job, but I'm sure she's doing fine. And if she's not, I apologize. And I was going to say it to you, but you weren't there. And because I believe in helping people learn how to be more successful, I thought that sharing it with the managers would make them realize that you needed just a little more training. I did not mean to hurt your job or your career in any way. So I sincerely apologize. And on that note, you see, on that note, I don't even know what else to say because I feel so terrible about it. But if you are listening and you know where I worked, then you know all she needed was just a little more training. That's all she needed. You let go of someone who was a stellar worker, dedicated and diligent, and nice. All right. And on that note, I'm going to end this vlog, and I'm going to say I hope everybody watching has a great evening tonight and a great day tomorrow, and things go your way. All right. Bye.